Hello, parents and families. I'm Joe Colella. I'm the Director of Child Passenger Safety for the Juvenile Products Manufacturers Association. The JPMA is the industry voice on the quality and safety of children's products. But today I'm going to talk to you about something that's not directly product related, and that's children dying in hot cars. You see, a car's temperature can heat up 19 degrees in just 10 minutes, and children are particularly vulnerable. You see, children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adult bodies. Most of us have heard about horrible heat stroke tragedies through the media. Young children are dying at unprecedented rates, and all of these deaths are preventable. Over the past few years, the frequency of heat stroke cases has increased significantly, with the highest number of fatalities ever in 2018 and 2019. The most common circumstances are either when parents unknowingly leave their children in vehicles or when children enter vehicles on their own and become trapped. A common response that I hear from parents and families is disbelief. People ask me, how could a loving, caring, conscientious parent accidentally forget a child in a car? The answer is pretty complex, but let me walk you through an example. It's based on the way our brains work. So if a parent intends to drop off the child at daycare or school or some other destination, we're using what we call the prospective memory. That is an intended result. Once the journey begins, we're thinking about driving or the other things that we have to do upon arrival. And our brains can kick into habit memory, or what some people call autopilot. With distractions and changes in routines, this becomes even more likely. And our habit might be to head to work or head home as we usually do. What's amazing is that our brains are so powerful that they can also even create false memories, making us think that we actually did drop off the child at daycare or school or wherever we were going as intended. I know that as parents, it's frightening to think about our limitations and the limitations of the human brain. And there are things that we can do to compensate for that, including creating visual cues that will remind us that we have a child in the back seat. But first, let me tell you about another cause of these child heat stroke deaths, and that's children getting into vehicles on their own and becoming trapped. Now, in a typical year, 1 in 4 children fall into that category. This year, with more disruptions and distractions and more families and vehicles at home, that number is nearly half. Half of the children who have died of heat stroke in vehicles have gotten into the car on their own and become trapped. And that becomes even more frightening. I'm going to give you a few tips for how you can help to prevent these tragedies. And you can also get some excellent information from credible organizations like Kids and Cars, or Safe Kids Worldwide, or the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. But for now, let me give you 6 habits that you can work to create. First, never leave your child alone in a car. Not even for a minute, not even during a quick trip to the store. Distractions and disruptions can occur, and an unattended child is not protected. Next, make it a habit to check the front and the back seat of your car every time you walk away from it. That habit is not hard to create, and it can be a lifesaver. Teach children that a car is not a toy and not to play in or around cars. Keep your car doors and trunks locked and keep key fobs out of reach. And not just if you have kids of your own. Neighbors have children too, and many are home. Create reminders, like placing a stuffed animal or other memento in your child's car seat when it's empty, and move that toy to the front when you secure your child. This can create the visual cue that I mentioned earlier. Also, set a calendar alert on your phone about your childcare drop-off responsibilities. We also recommend that you set up a system either by phone call or a text to confirm that you have dropped off your child. And last, take action. If you see a child alone in a car, call 911 right away. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me to talk about this difficult topic. I hope that you and your family will create some of these new habits and protect children from heat stroke. Don't forget to check out some of the other useful educational resources from JPMA. And until next time, safe travels.